All right, good afternoon, people. Today we're going to go into Duke University. All right, Duke University, sometimes dubbed the Ivy League of the South. It's a prestigious university in North Carolina, which is the South in America on the East Coast. As you see, I have my Duke shirt on today. I have several children that have gone to Duke University, so I'm kind of familiar of their admission process, and also some of the pros and the cons I feel with this university. And I think that what happens with Duke is that even though they are a pretty selective university, it seems to be very accommodating to minorities as well as foreign students. And I think that what happens is that with the name, a lot of people are intimidated and don't really want to apply. But I have noticed that even their early admission program seems to be pretty much on point. And if they want you, they want you. So we're going to go into it. We're going to talk about it. I always say look up North Carolina. You could always go to Wikipedia, go to Google. Actually, the city is Durham, North Carolina. Just go and find a little more information about it. Very nice place to be. Durham is about 4 hours from Washington, D.C., 8 hours from New York, and there are other cities around the area. It's kind of on your way heading down south. Good people, good food. I really enjoy it down there, and like I said, it's one of those universities it's definitely a special place, and it's in a great town. It's a little bit pricey. However, I've noticed that they do give out a whole lot of aid. They give out a lot of aid. I can tell you just from my kids going there, I haven't paid any money for them to go there. So they give out a lot of aid. If you're a top student and you have good grades, you can get in there. It is SAT optional. So these are options, and I've seen people get full rides, including my kids have gotten full rides there without SAT scores at all. Maybe a little different with international students, but I do know they do have a heavy international student population there. They have undergrad, graduate school, even have a law school, things like that. So, check it out. I'm going to give my little rundown of it and how I think it may be good for you. And then let me know what you think at the end. All right? Now, let's look at the student body here. We have a total of about 17,620 students here. About 7,000, roughly 7,000 that is undergraduate students, and about 10,800 are graduate enrollment. So if you notice, it actually Duke has more graduate students than it does undergrad students, which is usually a rarity in a lot of universities, but it is what it is. So Duke has about 7,000 undergraduates and about 10,800 graduate students. Now, 81% of them live on campus. All right, 81% of them live on campus. And let's talk about tuition here. All right. Since Duke is a private university, there is no in-state, out-of-state. So total fees are $63,000 for tuition. And when you're looking at room and board, you're talking about another $18,166. So to attend Duke University, you're looking at roughly a little bit over $80,000 to go. Luckily for you is that they do offer a lot of aid for students who aren't able to afford it. So you can see here they have a bit of a sliding scale here, depending on what your family makes. I'm not exactly sure how that works with the international students, but you could always check. Also, always check to see like what scholarships are available. Remember, internationalstudent.com, and also other outside scholarships. And Duke has a lot of money, so they find ways to assist with you going to school there. But check in your local country, your local city, your local government, and perhaps you may be able to go there for free, 100%. Great experience, though. A lot of international students there. And as we showed you before, you could look at the international student office and get more information on that. Now, let's look at rankings here. You know how I feel about rankings, but it is what it is. For bragging rights, we'll talk about it. Duke actually is about number 10 in universities. Number 10 in national universities is tied with somebody. Who knows? It says it has a number 16 best undergraduate engineering programs, number 3 in biomedical, 16 in best value schools. I personally don't know how it's best value school. It's $85,000 totals. I'm not really sure where the deal is there. But actually, I take that back, because probably with maybe the money that they're offering, you get a superb discount on tuition with scholarship and grants, whatever's available out there. So definitely check that out. All right, and we did mention before that you can apply for them on the Common App as well. Now, Duke also has its own international student center. You could check that website here at students.duke.edu. So you could definitely check there, and they have a bunch of information here. And it goes into things about trainings and workshops, orientation, services, programs, ways to connect, living essentials, medical insurance, visa and immigration services. Actually, they have their own dean, Dr. Kevin DeArco, Senior Associate Dean of International Students. And also we have Andromeda Connor, who is the Assistant Director. And you should be able to contact them. Their emails are on the bottom. And you can get as much information as you need about getting into Duke University. And one thing I could tell you is that they do have a heavy international student presence, so they're not unfamiliar with some of the issues you may be going through. Now, I do want to mention something as well, that early admission decisions for Duke, early admission deadline for Duke is November 1st. And if you're going to be planning on doing early admission, make sure you get your application in before then. I would actually get it in much before then, because I've known Duke to accept students as early as September or October once they've applied. So, the early bird gets the worm, say here in America. So I definitely would apply for it early if you're interested in early admission. All right, that was a lot there. So let me know what you think about Duke University. Like, comment, subscribe. If it's a place you think you're going to apply to, I would apply soon. I do know Duke will interview you for early admission, and they could give you an offer as quick as October. I've seen it. All right, as quick as October. So if this is one of your dream schools, I hope you've applied already for this year, for next, let's say, fall of 2024. So go ahead and get your application in. Early admission, I always say apply for early admission, see if you get it. If it's one of your top schools, it's not bad. You can beat all the traffic instead of trying to do the regular admission. So check it out, Duke University. Let me know your thoughts.